All right, it's fucking crunch time, and it's nerve wracking. We're 6-7. Niners are 6-7. Going to San Francisco to face them, who are pretty good at running the ball and stopping the pass. Um, and we just can't seem to be consistent. So right now we are one game behind the Bucks. We have the tiebreaker. We are facing them next week, so we can still get in, even though right now we're the 10 seed. We could be as high as like I guess the third seed. Um, but yeah, dude, it's it's tough. So here's what I did with the playbooks. After I think it was a Falcons game, yeah, just the last game, I ran the Lions playbook and it was pretty good. But I realized I like the Jets running play, like the way they call their running plays, how they split it the carries between the third down back and the starting running back. That allows me to kind of split it up between our two-headed monster, more so than what I saw with the Lions. And then I went back, watched. I basically chose the plays that I think we did well with in the Lions passing game, added them to the Jets playbook, and then I even went overkill and did some practice runs with the Cowboys playbook, who pretty much picked us apart and picked some plays out of there. So I've got a mixture of Jets running scheme. Um, I don't think any really Jets passing plays unless they kind of overlap, and then Lions and Cowboys passing. Went through the entire game plan with Dave Canales, Madden Dave. Um, should look good. Did a practice run. Kind of realized that there was a couple plays that and there may be plays that worked well at one point, but aren't going to work against certain teams, or in certain scenarios, or someone fucks up. So, I mean, uh, the dream would be to have like an offense and defense that you cannot stop, but that also might get a little boring. But that's gonna perfection is the goal. So, it's a little nerve wracking knowing that we need wins, but I think this is the best foot forward, man. Right now, I don't think you kind of just have to play the games and tweak from there. There's really there's only so much one can do. So if we don't make the playoffs for the first season since I've taken over, then so be it. But I really want to at least make the fucking playoffs. It's gonna suck if we don't. All right, what do we got here? So facing the Niners, we'll go over their coaching staff. I don't even know who's coaching them. Steve Spagnuolo came over from the Chiefs, man. So he brings his defense with him. They have a decent West Coast zone run scheme, and then a 4-3, which is just you know supposed to be good. Let's check out their injury report. We Fortunately we don't have anyone on the injury report, so I'm assuming their backup halfback and starting right guard are out. And you know what? We're gonna go over our depth chart too, so just in case somehow this works out great, you all can see that I didn't change anyone's attributes. I didn't do any of that crap. It's literally just scheme. So let's go over ours real quick. Okay, Manning still at 77. We got Scotto 87, D Taylor 93. This is our fullback, Puka. With our kind of mid or young receivers, T Mac. I just if we could succeed with this offense, I'll give him another shot. Okay, I would like to give him another shot, even if I wanted to trade him next year, because that just improves his, I guess, overall more trade value. But yeah, I can't. I can't, dude. There's more. There's just, it's like that, that toxic girlfriend. You can't, you just can't do it anymore, man. There's more negatives than positives. All right, just going through, you know, would I change some of the tributes? Yeah, I mean, I would to kind of test things, but if it, I would never make it like unfair or what I thought wasn't realistic. Like um, what isn't kind of true to life. Now, there's nothing I could do if I trade for a braided Fisk and he's just all world all of a sudden. I didn't change his attributes. He was like an 88 or something like that, or an 80. Oops, hold on. I can't really see his player card here. So I did not change his. I could go look at the player card. I don't know why it's saying he's 92. I'm guessing it's morale or something. That happens. And I got to thinking, man. I may need to. We never really had a problem the first two seasons, so I was kind of. I've been focusing on so many other positions, and then where I think we need to kind of better players at. But maybe it's time I start. I've tried to get good corner. I signed what was it, that McCullough guy 1 year, 2 years ago. He regressed. Mike Jackson regressed after his first year. Then the McCullough guy regressed. Then I just signed Riley Moss, but the plan was we would basically I would start more rookies because just to get them play time, and sometimes they play better than the veterans. So I mean I'm okay with it. Sometimes we're doing really well, but I always change these up. I'll move Moss in if we're in a situation where we can't give up any more points, and it seems to work. I'm just not comfortable enough with it to where I want to make it a sure thing. I feel a little bit more. I was starting Richie at first, but I feel a little bit more comfortable with Hicks. But sometimes he can make some bonehead plays, and then I'll bench him. And then I'm pretty comfortable with Ransom, and I'm pretty comfortable with Nomura as the big nickel. All right, see, haven't changed anything. Um, where are we? Who are we playing? 49ers. All right, who do they got? Brock Purdy, McCaffrey. No one cares. And Ayuk and Pearsall. And usually the slot guy kind of, the third guy on their depth chart is usually who kind of gets has a good game against us, along with the tight ends. I did tweak. I'm going running the same defense I did against the Falcons. So their left tackle so far has potential to be our target, but if I recall, I don't think, yeah, nobody on their offensive line is really that good. Bosa's good. He'll be going up against Moton, who's back from injury, and these guys aren't that good. So their scheme's going to be to run inside. Going to have to face Fred Warner a lot. But yeah, their front seven, besides Fred Warner and Bosa, aren't that good. At least on paper. Doesn't really have the great accuracy, this kicker. All right. So that's their depth chart. Let's go through the one more time. They're good at running and stopping the pass. But again, that's like all fast sim shit. It's a totally different story when you go slow sim. So I'm gonna defend the short pass. I think that's where we need help the most, and it does in turn kind of help the run plays. Um, then I'm gonna run inside, or get help on running inside. Okay. This is crunch time, man. We can't afford to lose. Um, it's not like losing you're out situation yet. Depends on how the Buccaneers do, and the Falcons, I guess. But yeah, we need every. It's come on. I can't stop saying cliches right now. I think it's all ready to go. One last look. So okay, did that. We did that. Yeah, let's run it. We're gonna go. Hmm. Got our custom playbook ready. We should look better.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we got
And if we
ourselves a
don't,
rematch of
I'm
last
saying it's
year's
fucking rigged.
NFC title game. It's the Panthers and the 49ers, and it's all up next. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention.
He's still talking.
But for those who aren't.
Dude. Fucking EA, bro. You need to give him a word count. Give him a limit. And we're off.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports.
This is a rematch of last year's NFC Championship game, by the way.
The 25-yard.
I don't know if they mentioned that.
The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
The motion man is Sanders. Here's Manning. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. I do believe gets it by about a yard on 3rd and 3. Now Manning. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Still second down.
Give up the middle to Taylor. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards. To the air is Manning. Caught by Nakua on the out route.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Panther first down. They'll run here with Hill. And he is planted backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. They go right back to Taylor. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Play 10 of this opening drive. And here's 3rd down. Madden. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. The crowd does not agree with that call. Boos ring out. Doesn't matter. Not going to change it. It's a first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. The motion man is Sanders. To throw, it's Manning. That's caught by Puka.
Beautiful.
And he's in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Panthers. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point is good. The Panthers will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. Well, 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. Led out by the last pick in the draft in 2022. Iowa State's Brock Purdy at quarterback.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all 3 phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
They run. Here's the one-time Panther, Christian McCaffrey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Panthers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his season total. You get a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes to this point this season. He's going to run it. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage. Tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Williams, the tight end, is in motion. Up the middle they go. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Linebacker Fred Warner brings him down. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he has got this one all
I don't
the
know
way
what play
down
that was,
to
but
the
it worked well.
2-yard line.
In fact, I'm going to go take a look.
If you want to
at
score
it.
points at a high level, you have to generate explosive plays. And
Okay.
after that big chunk,
I almost didn't include that play. Let's watch it. Let's just watch it real quick. Come on. That was just, yeah. That corner came on the blitz. Yeah, that's a QB blitz killer, apparently. All right, I'll stop. I'm just anxious.
find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Looking to throw is Manning. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Now, from the 9, it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll work the middle here with Taylor. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. Throwing now, Madden. And he's
Beautiful design.
Jatavion Sanders. Touchdown, Carolina. Greg, offensive coordinators script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, it's going to be a long day for this defense.
Greg. I got something to say. So, you know, if you're paying attention, you'll see that, like, you know, when we have less risk, so it's, you know, sometimes goal line
The
situations,
kickoff team is out on the
second
field.
and short, there's
we're
a
back
chance
to
that
it
you might
as
have
the
like a
kicks
play
away.
in there that I put
Very
that's like
good
could
kickoff.
lose some
Returnable
yards, but
from
it's
the
kind of
4.
maybe a
Nice
big
job
risk, big
by the
reward
return
type
team
thing.
as he takes it
But
across the 30-yard line.
Those are few and far between.
49ers offense
Now,
ready
that
to
goal
take
line
over
one, I don't know
as
what
we
that
check
one
out
was.
the playoff race in the
But
NFC.
it obviously was
Still
a pass.
plenty to play for.
Normally I
as
don't.
the temperatures dip and
Probably
we
didn't
hit
really
the
choose
final
it.
month, the
That one
money
should be
month
played
of the
or called
season.
that often.
1st and 10. Purdy. This throw left side caught by Kittle. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Purdy works out of the pistol. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the 4th quarter.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. He'll find his open man. That's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey. Well, they'll get the penalty yardage back here. Pickup of 10, and it will be 2nd and 10. A run with the man from Louisville, Isaac Guerendo. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle. 21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Open man, left side, he's got it. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Big-time conversion there on 3rd down. Finding yourself trailing at the moment, the last thing you want to do is waste this promising possession. Now, that throw, they find themselves deep in their opponent's territory. They have to come away with the touchdown to try to cut into this deficit.
And they'll run here with McCaffrey. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in.
And he will get into the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown, 49ers. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the 1st quarter, and they cut into that lead. I have a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
We are through 1. The Panthers off to the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Panthers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding. The motion man is Sanders. Back to throw is Manning. That one brought in by Nakua. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's Christian McCaffrey and the 49ers offense coming back onto the field. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That's caught by McCaffrey. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Now, stoppage here for an
he's
injury.
out for the game now.
It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an
That's
issue
one
down
thing,
there.
man. This team does
They'll
hit
break the
hard.
huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Purdy to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, who's going to cover that?
Throwing
that
again
yeah,
is
he was
Purdy.
wide fucking open, man. Oh,
And that'll be
shit.
in and out of his hands. It's
What
incomplete.
a fuck up.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that
That
just
guy was
not
just
a lot of
left wide
teams in the
open.
NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about
they're
him
gonna
running
go for
by
it.
him, there is a lot of space
Hope they
open
try the field
underneath.
goal, though. Field goal. Try the field goal. Yes.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in,
All right.
and
Doesn't
they'll
have the
try a
best
field goal.
accuracy. It's a
This is
53
going to
yarder.
be from 53 yards out. And that is
Good.
no
Yes.
good.
Oh,
He
finally.
missed it. And
An
they are
opponent
not
misses
able
one.
to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Yeah, they can't be getting no fucking penalties and sacks.
The motion man is Sanders. Manning going to throw to start the drive.
Thank you. Go.
That's
Run,
right
baby.
side
Keep running.
and brought in by Williams.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in
Why are
front.
we running the ball?
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
Well, I get the 2nd down and long, but the 1st down?
The motion man is Sanders. On 3rd down, it's
Beautiful.
Manning.
Get that
They'll
block.
set
Get the
up
first down.
screen
Yes.
to Taylor. They had the right play call. The screen goes for 15 and a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play calling. Him and the quarterback
Dude, they're just
seeing the game
blitzing a
through the
lot.
exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal
What
part
was
of the
that
field.
shit?
The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And 3rd down coming
This is
up.
how I don't get. Like, how does he have bad accuracy when Miller Moss and fucking Anthony Richardson are on point?
Here's Manning.
Ooh.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect.
Damn
It's
it.
incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down,
He had other guys
you're
too.
already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
He fields it at the 8. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The fuck? He's out for the... Come on, man. You know he's in the locker room.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
You know he can't walk right now.
Purdy gonna give this to Garenda. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll go again with Garenda. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It is third and 10. Out of the gun, it's Purdy.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The 49ers out for the punt. They'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up
Basically going to be a
as
fucking...
they start first
at
and
least
10.
a field goal for him.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the give,
Get it.
this is
Get
Taylor.
it. Yes, go.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
That's why I
Well,
like
that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs. Keep this drive alive.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Same on 2nd and medium.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Taylor. And he's going to have a first down. Tackle made up at the 33-yard line.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Up from the secondary, Diamador Lenore with the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. To the air is Manning. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to have a Panthers first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. 1st and 10. Manning. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a...
Dude, I think it's like fucking half a star. I call that thing hardly ever.
Now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down?
Stay in bounds.
And he's out of bounds,
no, he's
but
not. He's in
until
bounds.
He gets
His butt came in bounds.
25-yard line.
It sat down in bounds.
A big play for the Panthers. 32 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack. So don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this.
Oh, you fuck.
That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Fred Warner. Still going. And he's going to bring this one back.
What fucking play was that?
Touchdown, San Francisco.
I think that's just a good Fred Warner play.
And the defense finds the end zone. Great work inside by the linebacker, who takes it back the other way for the touchdown.
Yeah, he just never saw the linebacker in the middle of the field, Mike, and the quarterback was locked in on his receiver, and the ball came out of his hand. I think he wanted it back.
That's why I said run the fucking ball, man. Damn it. Piss on my fucking parade now. You start at the 1. You fucking just a signature drive.
Is good. And the 49ers are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Manning.
Dude.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throw away.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Taylor. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break.
3rd and fucking 13. Why would you call a timeout?
They'll try to get this one on the ground. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just
on your own 33.
And now it's 4th down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. On now is the punt team for the Panthers.
Wait, what the fuck happened?
He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty.
How is there more time on the clock? Oh, never mind. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to that.
But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Niners offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
So we are at halftime, and the visiting Panthers are out on top as we send you cross country to the Sunshine State.
Jesus, bro.
That's
It
where
should be
Jonathan
24
coaches
to
as our
fucking
EA
7 right
Sports. Halftime report, all yours, Coach.
Okay,
Or
Mike, thanks
20
very
to
much.
7.
More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. The Saints trying to finish that one off and claim victory.
Dude.
From there, we head east to check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. The Patriots trying to hold
5
on and
fucking
claim victory.
interceptions, bro, for Nussmeier.
Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville.
Ooh, that helps us.
And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. Jerome Ford, a touchdown run in the victory.
Doesn't hurt.
This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Fucking can't make quarterbacks make smart decisions.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see if we come out with a hot hand in this second half. About to get started. On the return is Rodgers. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The 49ers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Garendo. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Braden Fisk is there to bring him down.
Feeling confident. Now I'm
Look him
nervous.
up on a 2nd down and 8.
Now not so much.
At the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He'll throw it left and has his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. A fresh set of downs to work
Can
with.
we please
It
get
is
some
1st
pressure
down
now?
and 10.
Can we collapse the pocket?
Off the play fake. Here's
There
Purdy.
you go.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Derek Brown, former 7th overall selection, gets the sack there.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Purdy now on 2nd down.
There he goes. Oh, dude.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Almost had you, man.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the
And they
ball
may
to
still
go,
go
and
for it.
he's forced to just throw it away. And this is a great example of why staying on schedule and ahead of the sticks is so critical. Because even after that big third down pickup, it's not enough for the first, and it brings up fourth down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail.
Okay, please run the ball. We were successful.
The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession.
The passing game
and we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line.
Can't help but throw fucking boneheaded throws sometimes. Or bad throws. There you go.
Drive will start on the ground.
Go. Keep going. Keep. Yes.
And finally, they'll bring him down.
Run the ball.
But he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
It's like classic Cam Scabo right there.
The motion man is Sanders. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Throwing now, Manning. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. Now Manning. Nakua hauls it in. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Here's first and 10. They'll try the right side this time. Whoa! Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Handoff here, up the middle. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down.
Just keep running it, man. Oh, fuck.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this third down a lot tougher. So, instead of third and short, it's now third and 6.
Get this first down.
Throw is Manning.
Shit.
Now a screen set up for Etienne. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker. The Panthers going to turn things over to the field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's the San Francisco offense, ready to take possession of the ball once more. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. First and 10. Purdy going to keep this one himself. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
So, Mike, at the core of a successful zone replay is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
That is caught downfield by Pearsall. number 40 on the season for him. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. A play fake. Now it's Purdy. He keeps it himself. Carrying that
Get it.
ball loosely,
Yes!
and it is out.
Oh.
The Panthers have it. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet, but then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball.
7 yards a carry.
Defense
Run
is
the
able to put a
fucking
hit
ball,
on
Madden
him,
Dave.
jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
Set to go now on 1st
Look at this.
and 10.
This is prime for fucking running the ball. Looks up to
On
that
the
guy.
ground,
That guy
here's
right there.
ETN. Not much there,
I wanna
maybe
block him.
a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Manning. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They
Where's
got
the
him.
blocking, guys?
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The motion man is Sanders. Throwing now on 3rd and long.
There you go. There you
Got
go.
room
Ooh!
past the 35.
Beautiful.
Screen works to perfection. Give him 18
Shit, I
yards
don't
and move
even
the
think Taylor
chains.
really
First
does
down.
that cut like that.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need
Tries
somebody
to
in the
beat him
huddle
at the edge.
to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the
Should be
yards
running the
after
ball.
catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Oh, and this
come
one's
on,
going to wind
Puka.
up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Yeah, this is.
He'll look to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here.
He's going.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? Punt team out, ready to send this one away. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The Niners offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. They'll run.
Dude,
Here's
wide fucking
Garenda.
open lane.
And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us. And right now, this defense has no answers.
That's a slant to Ayuk. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Purdy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again.
Don't forget the interception.
And he's had it going in the first half.
Pick 6.
Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. Manning going to throw to start the
Dude,
drive.
what the fuck?
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
No, we can't fucking be doing that shit.
He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Shit's
Here's
fucking
Manning.
rigged, man.
He's
Thank
got
you.
his man. That's Lee Gett. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Please run the
The
fucking
motion
ball.
man is Sanders.
Thank you.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To the air is Manning.
Thank you. I don't know why you guys aren't running the fucking ball.
It's incomplete.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case,
Again,
you don't get the sack,
same
but it was
fucking
the hit
45-yard
that's able to alter
line,
the pass to fall
a
incomplete.
yard away.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on
Wonder what
third
would
down,
happen
you know
if
what
you
that
ran
tells
the
me, Mike?
fucking ball.
The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you
Really, I
give
need to
yourself
go in there
a
and make
realistic
it even
shot
higher
of converting on
priority.
this 4th down.
The Niners offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. And there is still a lot to play for. Every game is critical. Teams fighting to claim one of the 7 playoff spots that are up for grabs.
Oh, fuck me. I can't believe that
He's going to
shit.
be marked down up around
Cannot
the
fucking
33.
believe that shit. All those fucking
This is one of those
Just
cases
really
where
good
having
fucking
high-end
players
speed
in the front
backfield
7
can
there.
be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
One more time, it's Garendo. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
I just don't know, like,
This is
how
the
could we
epitome
never
of a
get
really short
interceptions?
throw
Like, just
and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
guys, come on, we need to stop him now.
1st and 10. Purdy. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. One of the tight ends motions right. Play action now. Purdy.
Thank you.
Intercepted by J.C. Horn.
Thank you.
And the
Answered my
Panthers are gonna have
fucking
the
Madden
football
prayers.
here at their own 35-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick.
Is that his
to
first
save them
for
some
the year?
points.
The visitors' offense getting set to get back to work. They work with a 6-point advantage as they start this drive on 1st and 10.
All right, please run the ball.
They'll begin here on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. The motion man is Sanders. Manning. Working 3 down.
Now, if you do that every fucking pass, I'm cool with
The
it.
rookie from Texas
you
orchestrating
don't.
things well. It is a 1st down.
Dude, I'm really gonna have to go in there. It's like I was trying not to run too much. I thought I
To throw,
prioritized it
it's
enough.
Manning. He's going to keep it himself. And he's
I
able
really
to gain
did, dude.
yardage out of this one
I'm gonna
before
have
he
to fucking.
slides.
I thought I was going overkill with
2nd
run.
and 7.
If I went any more, not gonna fucking make that mistake again.
Now Etienne. And he'll get
Yeah, I'm fine
maybe
with that.
about
I'm
4
fine
yards out of that
if
one.
you don't get a
Play
first
close
down, but
quickly.
you know,
And here comes 3rd
you
down.
ran the ball when it dictated to do so. Even here. Oh,
Now they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there,
I'll
making
take the
things
field goal
difficult
attempt.
defensively.
Running is what
It'll
got you
set
there.
up
Well,
a 4th down.
oh shit. Oh, you shitting me right now. This is stupid. This is
They'll
when they
try to
run the ball.
run.
This is when you want to run the
And
ball.
this is
When they're
not
gonna fucking
be
run
enough.
blitz you.
He is short of the mark.
That is the stupidest
And they
fucking
have
thing,
turned it
bro.
over
You have a field
on
goal on
down.
hand to go up by fucking
You know,
9.
more often than not in the NFL, games are
stupid
won
fuck.
based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge.
I
for
can't
a
see. I can't
big-time
fix
4th
this.
down
This
stop.
this I can't fix.
So here's Brock Purdy.
I can't fix
And
the
this
probability of when you
49ers
go for it on
offense heading
4th down.
back onto the field. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this
Trying
one. The
to give them
quarterback
the
has
game.
to take care of the ball,
fucking
and
rigged.
he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win
Jesus.
football games in this league when the
Jesus
quarterback's
fuck.
giving the defense the ball, and that's what he's done in this one. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And the struggle
How the fuck
continues.
is he
He's
back in
dropped
the game?
behind the line again.
When they go to the
Every
locker room,
team
they're always
makes
out
an
for the game.
emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales.
Get there, Ransom. Get fucking
That's
quicker.
a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
Yeah, I was
Here is
talking to you.
a big one. 3rd down and 2. Here's Purdy
Oh.
making the read and keeping it.
Oh my fucking
And
lord!
has a 49ers
Oh my
first
God.
Down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd
Oh
and
my
2.
god!
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight,
Giving them
and
the
go
game.
get that 1st down himself.
No matter what I do,
Still 1st
I'm
down.
fucking cursed.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Out of the gun. It's Purdy.
Thank you.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Purdy.
Oh shit!
Short one there, caught by Kittle.
Are you serious right
And
now?
he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the
All right.
48-yard line.
As this
I
game
can't
continues to
believe
come
that
down
shit,
to the
bro.
wire, Mike, it just reminds us this is where
Thinking about doing more too.
You are judged. In these critical moments in fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
On 1st and 10, Purdy.
Please get there.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day. I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll go again with Garendo. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
What? Oh, okay. Thought they were going to give us for a fucking weird-ass face mask.
Purdy going to give this to Garendo. And he'll get about 3 yards of that back, setting up 2nd and long. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is...
Okay, Taylor will be back next game. Their center's out, left guard's out. Why we haven't been able to get more pressure on him is beyond me. So we've got Foster filling in there. I guess that's not really a step down too much. Oh, that left tackle though, man, he should be giving up some more sacks.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd.
Come on, guys,
and
don't
long.
give up a big play here, please.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Over the
Man,
middle
what do
to
you do?
Ayuk, complete.
13
Well, that
fucking
helps.
yards.
Going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
You know they're going to go for it. So let's make it, hopefully we can make it harder for them. First we got
Shotgun
to
snap
stop them
to
here.
Purdy.
Oh, shit.
He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. That's catch 3
All the time
just
in the
on
world.
this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
And how about the poise of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the 4th quarter, Mike, facing a tough 3rd down. You've got to have it. You know what? He calls the play. He breaks the...
Okay, let's see here. Let's do... I wonder if we should... Yeah.
I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. Right back to Kittle. That's another one. It'll be taken down
Good
rather
news is they
swiftly
need a touchdown.
after a gain of just 3.
And if they
Here
don't take
is
too much time off the
2nd
clock,
and
we'll have
7.
a response if they do get one.
To throw once more, it's Purdy.
Get him. Get him.
And that one just
That'll
kept
fucking
getting
help
worse
a
and
lot.
worse until finally they bring
It'll
him
help.
down.
We won't fucking finish it though.
15-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Derek Brown, I just sat him down on nickel packages.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off. After
Come on,
this,
guys.
gonna need a big play now. 3rd
Just,
down and
I'm
long.
looking at you, bro. White, I just put you in there.
They'll drop to throw.
Get him. Yeah, and a fumble.
loose football.
Yes, game over.
And this is taken
I think.
in
I
by
hope.
the defense.
And there is the backbreaker, Mike.
Oh.
The one thing you can't have late in the ball game is
What
a
a fucking-
turnover.
what a-
You're already you're up against the wall. You know you need a late
What a
score here to come back
substitution.
from behind. And let's give credit to this defense.
Well,
they know they were a stop
like
away
to think
from
it was.
victory. And after forcing that late turnover, it looks like they're going to seal this one.
The visitors' offense
Are
ready
they
to take
though?
over
Because they would
possession
have
of
to
the
run the
football.
ball.
They'll start with great field position up at their 45.
They would have to not turn it over as well.
Now give
And
on
they
the
may even have
ground,
to get a first down.
and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
And the hope would be if they don't get
Here's
it,
second
that they don't
and
try to
6.
go for it on 4th and short.
They'll stick with him again. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Timeout 49ers. That is their second.
Ah, shit.
Talk
It's
things
ETN.
over before 3rd down.
Don't call a fucking screen play.
Here's ETN.
Got it. Got it.
And it looks
Oh,
like he's
there
going
we
to
go.
have that first down.
Barely.
He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on 3rd down.
This was a lot closer than it should have been, ladies and gentlemen.
The
That pick
defense
6
still
really
with
fucking
all
hurt.
3 timeouts at their
That going
disposal.
forward on
as
4th and short
quarterback's
really
down
hurt.
2 and E. Lost
Drop
1
passes
on the
hurt.
last play,
There shouldn't
so
be
now
that
it's
many.
2nd and 11.
See, here we are. Not just fucking taking a knee.
On the toss, they'll run. And not much there. He's
Here's
back
the
to
funny part.
original line.
I have an
No gain
HP.
on that.
I picked one zone toss
Here's a 3rd and 10.
with such a low priority. The lowest priority you could get. And that's what they call it. It was kind of just to use as a changeup.
Victory formation here as he's down 2 and
It's
E.
the one toss I think could work. Just run the clock out, you stupid shits. Why would you do that? Unless you're just trying to add to the stats of dropping it inside the 20. Oh man. Alright. I think all in all, when you think about it, it's just
So this
it was,
one a win for the visiting Panthers.
I'd like to
They
dominate
are
this
able
shit.
to go into the home of the defending Super Bowl champs. Never an easy place to play. They come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike
Ugh.
Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X.
I think we got
at
lucky
EA
too many
Madden
times.
NFL.
That's what it was. Purdy
With
fumbled,
that, we say
twice.
so long, everyone.
and we lost it. He lost it twice. But overall, the passing game is better. I think I need to go in and really tell it to run more than it already did. Oh, okay. Tweaking little by little. 100. See, even with 167 yards rushing, I just don't feel like we did enough. 235 yards passing to the 181. I mean, that's a decent game. It's not a great game passing. How many turnovers did they have? So 3. Okay. To our 1 interception. Okay, we got to get rid of that shit, man. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. We got lucky too many times. The things that I say we never get, we actually got. Okay, thankfully Taylor, it just said he was out for the game. Oh yeah, TBD for McCaffrey. Alright, you got Puka, ETN caught a couple. Centers to get Harbor. Alright. Oh my god, Icky. Bro, sometimes you give up 3 sacks a game and then the other times you're just serving breakfast for everyone. That was clutch, JC. Finally. Finally. Oh man, I can watch some highlights. Alright, I guess we're starting from the top. That was nice. I think this is the one I watched a replay of. Yeah, it was that. Yeah, that would not have been nearly as open if that corner didn't blitz. But he also had Sanders right there. Wait a second. Fred Warner knows right now to let go of Sanders. Shit's rigged, bro. That was clutch. That was clutch. Mark just got greedy there, man. JC was actually paying attention. All right. Bucks facing Jacksonville. Who else we got to worry about? The Falcons lost. Okay, so that actually gives us the tiebreaker against San Francisco too. Should it get that close? All right, so we want the Lions, the Bears to lose, and then Commanders. Lions, Bears, Commanders. I'm trying to find them. I'm going down. Okay, Bears are facing the Packers. Lions are facing the Raiders. And the Commanders, where are the Commanders? Oh, facing the Eagles. Okay. All right. this is a big game right here. Oh, they lost. 7-7, baby. Yes. First in the division due to the tiebreaker. So if they win, or if we lose, obviously we could still win the division with 2 games remaining after this one. One of them being the Saints, who always play us tough no matter how bad they are. All right, how did the other teams do? So Lions look like they won. Commanders lost. And Bears lost. Okay. Okay. So even the Bucks won, like we'd probably be what the same seed they are, I'm assuming. So we'd be just outside looking in. God damn it, bro. You know what I want to be doing right now? I want like that fucking Z next to Carolina right there, and I want to be playing fucking backups. I want to be playing rookies, see who's got it. That's what I want to be doing right now. Maybe next year. Yeah, because next year. All right, these 4. Okay, this guy might be. Wait, hold on. Where are we at? Moten might be with us. He won't be. He might. He's just literally a backup to Scatabo because he's a power back. I'm gonna draft a quarterback to be backup quarterback. As scary as that sounds, two young quarterbacks. So yeah, basically everyone's coming back next year. Plus, wherever everyone important's coming back next year. The only question is going to be backup quarterback, which you can't really get much worse than what I saw from Brissett, and probably a rookie kicker, if not another veteran. But why I could always try to find a way to pick up a late draft pick and take whoever looks the best, whoever's ranked highest usually, and then going to be worse than him, I would think. If not, I could always sign a guy. So for probably less than this fucker's asking for. Yeah, dude. So we got next couple years. We got some depth. That's what I was saying. I just don't think I really need draft picks right now. I mean, I'm happy here, with the exception of just backups, which maybe I re-sign Zamir White. Maybe I find someone better. Dude, I need to be happy here after getting Puka. I need to be, but I'm happy with these 3 right here. I'm content to happy. I'm fine with these 2. I don't know. I might want to improve right here. And I don't know about Coker, man. I'm not happy with this guy. If we could get to a position where we can clinch a playoff spot and maybe even the seed, maybe the last day of or game of the year, I'll start him, of course. So, pretty happy here. So far, the only question besides a backup quarterback would be, and I can't fathom taking a high pick on a wide receiver again. I've got 3 guys, maybe a mid-round guy to kind of challenge the backup roles here, Coker, Brown, and Horn Jr. And then if I do, probably definitely put McMillan on trade block, see what I can get. Tight end, don't really think I need a high guy, or even a mid-round guy. Left tackle, happy there for now, of course. Well, dude, honestly, I think we found him. I think he's him. I think he's going to be great. Happy there. Happy here. And he's there under contract. I mean, Now the right side. So we have right guard, right tackle. This guy kind of I played him. I subbed him in, and he did not look good. Like just a couple plays, he just looked out of place. And then when both these guys got injured, I rolled the dice and started him, and he actually looked good at right tackle. I'm not saying he's the heir apparent yet, but the only other guys I have, hold on, that are currently challenging are him and him. This guy was a star rating, so I'm assuming he has a better chance to be better. I don't know, but they both have. He's a pass protector though, where this guy, so this guy's kind of like he's going to be challenged to take over Robert Hunt's spot right now, and then he's going to. I need to challenge someone to take over to challenge Tanona. So the offensive line depth is never going to end, and I have a guy on in the practice squad. I'll have to check, but maybe a couple. Right now, I'm really fucking happy with this. I'm really happy, and I can't fathom how he would if he would regress. Homeboy's just been balling, uh, and maybe I need to put him in more towards the end of the game when we're trying to close something out. You know, um, I've just always been in this Derek Brown all day, but he's not. He's more of a run stuffer. He's not really block shedder and get to the quarterback. Um, he kind of falls into him or they get pushed into him. So I'm not really worried there at either spot right now. Oops, how'd that happen? I was nowhere near the left trigger. Um, I'm happy here. Yeah, I think he's even a superstar rating. So I'm happy with these two guys. I'm happy with Cam Jackson being the third guy. That's where I wish I had that little Z by our name, and I'd be he'd be getting more reps. I'm happy at edge, but I do see a scenario where I might need to replace Wanham if he regresses because he hasn't played much. He's 29 years old. I would not be surprised if he regresses a little bit, and I may need to bring someone in. But here's what I got. I've got Snyder, and actually, yeah. But I probably need to think about bringing. If he regresses, I need to think about it. Because Snyder, I like having like kind of can be edge if needed. Uh, yeah, he's that roamer type. Haven't played him much, but he's kind of like a backup to the four edge guys. So I would probably need to, if what's his face Wanham regresses, then might need to find his replacement and keep Snyder as a whatever, it's a roamer. All right, I was excited. I would love to see cornerbacks stay in on their receivers and not leaving them wide open. So I think what I need to go is go tweak the defensive playbook to call even more man. Um, we'll see. For all I know, man, one of these guys will really progress this offseason. I'm guessing it. That's why I've been playing him because if anyone has a chance, it would be him. He's a star rating. He's cool, but I don't know. Someone's got to progress, bro. If not, this is probably if I did have it like a second round pick or something, first round pick, an extra one, then. But see, that's the thing, dude. There's no guarantee that they're gonna pan out, and there was none that would crack the starting lineup. That's why I haven't really been. So if I turn that off, if I don't think about how if you draft a kid like I did, and I put him on the practice squad, and then he got signed somewhere else. So if I go pick higher, there's still no fucking guarantee. Like he's not even getting playing time. So I don't know, but it'd be nice to. I might need to start doing the cornerback. What I've been trying to do with the offensive line and receivers is just keep getting guys and see who kind of throwing darts at it. Because I'd like to have a premier top of the league guy. Because even this guy's not really playing well. I'm okay here. I'm good here. I'm not great. I'm good here. Good here. So yeah, that's why I didn't really need a lot of draft picks. So yeah, next year everyone's coming back, unless they get asked for too much money or get kicked to the curb because we found something better. All right, I'm curious. A couple things actually. Man, we're lucky that we're not. No one's injured right now. Okay, McCaffrey will be playing again. Ooh, they don't have a lot of injuries either, but they have their right tackles out and their left ends out. All right. Of course, you got Baker Mayfield. Bucky Irving, he's hard to stop, man. And apparently, that guy on paper is just as scary. He's faster, too. This guy's even faster than the rest of them. This guy hasn't retired yet, bro. Damn. Ugh, we haven't seen Godwin, I don't think, a lot. So, yeah, they have good wide receivers, good running backs, good left tackle, shitty left guard, shitty right tackle. Okay. Okay. Holy shit, that guy's worse than fucking the left guard. I don't know about you guys, man, but I need to fucking prep this feast for Scorton. Frankie fucking Luvu? What the fuck? I can't tell. They running a 3-4 or 4-3. I think they're running a 3-4. Every game is going to be a tough game. But we're going to have to bring our best. But here's the good news. Beating the Niners helped us out because even if we lose this one, there's still a chance. So let's say if we lose, they're 8-7, we're 7-8. I wonder what would happen if we both have the same record if we lose. All right, so these guys are, I'm going to say good at passing. I'm probably going to want to go defend the short pass again. And apparently they have a good defense. I say run the fucking ball. Alright, I saved it, didn't I? Look, I'll even go do that right now, man. I'm gonna go change that play call and shit. All right. Oh, I guess I do have 4 ratings across for passing. There was some. I think. Okay. Yeah, I think it was like those are the ones I really liked. So here's what I could do. I'm gonna take the run game. Oh, anything run, 5-star. Yeah. So I was trying to mix it up. Do I want to do that on first fucking down? No. That is a good play action though. Yeah, see now that I've seen it kind of like in action, fully in action, it's not like all these games are cheat or plays are cheat codes. Yeah, I think if you're looking at first down, you should just run the fucking ball. Have a chance at a pass. All right, what was the other one? Let's go second and medium. I don't really like that one, but it's there. Oh, that was that one, that big play. Uh, yeah, I think if we're running the ball well. Yeah. All right, what else was there? Mm. Yeah, I think that's good for now. See all these fucking playbooks I've been fucking with? Shit's driving me nuts. Now for time for defense. All right. I need to call more fucking man. There's just not a lot of man plays. normal. Go 3-3 over. Dime 2-3-6. So this is where trying to couldn't find a man here. Like cover 2 man. If I go to all plays to try and find it, and out of the 3-4, yeah, see there's none. These are all activated. These are all activated. They weren't in there. Oh, here's one. That's a 4-3, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Ah, fuck it. Let's add it. You know what? Let me go back. Overhead. Alright, so at 3-4 overhead. Any other plays while we're in here? They're kind of cool. Outside linebacker, fireman. Alright. Let's go to normal. Cover 2 man. Where is it? There we go. I hope I don't regret this. Alright. Let's see. Wildcat. Goal line. What's overload defense? Defend against overload unbalanced offensive formations. Let's do it. Let's add it here in normal. So they're rushing 5 there. 6 here. yeah. I mean, again, just tweaking it. All right, I think that'll do it for this one. I rambled enough. Fucking Geno Smith, dude. I had to download it to play the Ultimate Rookie mod. Don't judge me. All right, I'm gonna end this one. Till next time.